Okay, so I wanted you to get some experience working with abstract classes. So I contrived this little example. It will force you to basically create an abstract base class called employee. Right now it's just a regular class. You'll have to go through and make it an abstract class. And then we're also going to make you create a abstract version of the pay employee method. And then what I need you to do is to basically handle two different types of employees. The first is an hourly employee that works for $27.50 an hour, and we want him to work for 40 hours. And then there's also a salaried employee that makes $50,000 a year, so we want to pay him for 1 week's worth of his time. So what you'll wind up doing is implementing two different versions, two derived classes from the abstract base class called employee that you'll create, and that you'll probably have to extend the properties of each of the derived classes that derive from the abstract base class in order to, hold things like the rate of payment and whatever else you think you might need. Then you'll want to actually make a call into this pay employees helper method in order to call the pay employee method that should be both implemented for both of the derived classes, because again, pay employee should be abstract. So what you print to screen, not all that important. I would encourage you to put the name and how much we owe him for the given week. So what actually gets output, it's not all that important. What is important is that, first of all, you have a class called employee. You need to make it abstract, and you need to make the pay employee method abstract too, and make it work. So create two classes that derive from the base class, from the abstract base class employee, and they need to calculate the amount due to each of the employees by passing that information in to the given method, or setting properties, or whatever the case might be. You figure that out. And then you're going to probably need to extend those derived classes somewhat to make this work. So go ahead and do whatever you need to do there. But in the end, both of those classes need to be able to be called polymorphically, and so they need to implement the pay employee method. And then finally, you'll want to print the name and the amount to pay to that given employee using a console.write line. So you can't change this method. In fact, you must call this method. I don't have it set up here. You're going to have to write all that code, but you shouldn't have to change this, but you will have to modify this and this in order to get this example to work, okay? So see what you come up with. I was intentionally vague. Frequently when you're a software developer, you'll be given partial instructions, and you'll have to deduce from what instructions you do have as to what needs to be done. I know you can do it. You've got enough clues here to move forward. Let's see what you come up with. In the next video, I'll have the solution. If you get stuck, go ahead and watch just enough to get unstuck. After you finish the project, then compare it to what I've done, and maybe there's an alternate solution that you didn't consider. May be helpful to see different implementations. All right? I know you can do this. Good luck. We'll see you in the next video, the solution video. Thank you.